Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel Organized with Joy. As you might have noticed in the title for today's video, I am sharing a whole house clean with me, so tons of cleaning motivation for you in today's video. You might notice throughout the video I am in multiple different outfits, and that is because I don't ever clean my entire house in one day, so this is throughout an entire week that I filmed this. Also, since today is Thursday, that means this is my Thoughtful Thursday series. And so a little bit later on in this video, I will be sharing my thoughts on a topic. And because this is the third Thursday of the month, this is also a collaboration, which I do each month. So if I have some friends joining me sharing their thoughts on a topic, I will have a playlist linked in my description box below. Y'all, here I am trying the pink stuff, you know, that cleaning product. I had never purchased this before, but I was so curious to see how it would work on these metal pieces that go on my stovetop. It did help, but not all of the gunk came off. Granted, I didn't work really hard at it because, to be honest, this needs to be replaced. It is broken. The starter is broken. It will keep clicking and sending gas into our air if we don't turn it off with the junction box. This has actually been broken for quite a while, so definitely needs to be replaced, but I thought I would give this product a try anyway. So I usually choose 1 or 2 chores each day to focus on to get some cleaning done. That way it's easier to keep up with keeping my entire house clean. So when you see me changing outfits, that just means it's a different day, and so it's a different chore that I'm doing on that particular day. On this day, it was a Tuesday. I know that because I clean my kitchen on Tuesdays. I do a little bit of a deeper clean. I don't clean the inside of the oven and the inside of the refrigerator and all of that sort of deep clean stuff. But I do clean the stovetop, as you saw me do. I clean the inside of the microwave, make sure all of the counters are wiped down, and just all the surfaces are cleaned and wiped down for the week. Y'all, I love having this little coffee bar, this coffee station. I think it's so cute, but I'll be honest, I rarely use those coffee syrups anymore. I have been gravitating towards just using honey in my coffee in the afternoons. I actually don't use any sweetener in my coffee in the mornings since I do intermittent fasting, but I like the aesthetic of these jars, the little syrup jars, but I'm wondering if once these syrups are gone, I should just have the jars sitting there for aesthetic purposes. I don't know, because yeah, I just tend to not use these syrups very often. Okay, and here you can see my outfit change, so you know it's a different day. And on this day, I was focusing on getting our game room all nice and cleaned. Okay, friends, I need to get into this week's Thoughtful Thursday discussion because it's going to be a long one, so buckle up. So for this week's topic, I wanted to talk about something that I've actually wanted to talk about for quite a while, but I've avoided talking about it. I wanted to talk about the Tradwife movement. First of all, I will say that my girlfriends and I have joked that we are the OG Tradwives. We've been Tradwives since the 90s. Well, okay, the 1950s wives were the true OG Tradwives. But one of the reasons I've hesitated talking about this topic is because I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure if I have strong or passionate opinions to share because I'm still parsing out what my beliefs are regarding this movement. So I will share some pros and cons of being a tradwife, but I thought it was apropos that I talk about this topic during a whole house clean with me video. So first off, for those of you who don't know what a tradwife is or have never heard this term, let me define it for you. Trad is just short for traditional. So this is just a term to describe women who embrace and practice traditional gender roles in their marriage or even just in their relationship. This dates back to the 1950s when a majority of women stayed at home to pursue homemaking and take care of her family instead of having a career. This lifestyle or aesthetic maybe began to rise in popularity around mid-2018 when young moms were not only choosing this lifestyle but also sharing it on social media. And if you did a quick search on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram for tradwife, you would find some pretty extreme versions of this. But being a tradwife isn't just about homemaking with excellence. It's also a cultural way of life, and many of them are rooted in religious organizations like Christianity or Mormonism, and therefore also have religious values, conservative politics, and believe in choice feminism. I myself have been a homemaker for many years. I honestly have absolutely loved every aspect of staying at home with our children and the homemaking duties. In addition to that, I have mentioned on my channel before that I am a Christian, or I really like to just call myself a follower of Jesus. I do have traditional Christian values, so maybe it's obvious that I believe in this lifestyle. Like I mentioned at the top of this conversation, I was an OG tradwife before it was cool and before people were sharing this kind of content online. I do think there are a lot of pros to leading this lifestyle, and I will say for me and my family, it has worked really well. But part of that is because of my own personal passion for homemaking. In addition to that, my husband has been successful in his career and has always been able to provide for our family financially on his income. So that has contributed to the success of me staying at home for our family. But with all of that said, I will say I know that this doesn't work for everyone. And hang tight, because a little bit later, I will share the cons of this lifestyle in just a bit. One of the biggest pros for this lifestyle is the benefits of having clearly defined roles. I think there is a lot less fighting and negotiating about chores. We both knew what our role was to add value to our family, and it was easy to just stay in that lane. In addition to that, I was really grateful to be there for all of those milestone moments with my kids, both big and small. First steps, first days of school, being there for them when they arrived home from school to talk, field trips, and more. Another big benefit is being able to invest in our health by being able to cook every night. It takes a lot of bandwidth, in my personal opinion, to meal plan, shop for, and cook dinners every single night. When you have a 40-hour-a-week job, this is something that is really tough to do. I have also found that staying at home afforded me the time and bandwidth to keep our home tidy, decluttered, and organized. It also allowed me to stay healthy through fitness goals and spiritually and mentally healthy through participating in Bible studies, meeting with friends, and also going to other enriching programs or being involved in other enriching organizations. The clear, defined roles promote us working as a team with delegated responsibilities, and I think that that is a really big benefit. Another benefit of pursuing a traditional homemaking role is that you must be conscientious about how you spend your money. It has not always been easy to live on one income and to save for our future at the same time. Because of this, we have had to be intentional with how we spend our money. Okay, so all of this sounds amazing, right? Well, like I mentioned, I think this works for some families. However, some women don't feel fulfilled in homemaking, or they're just not passionate about homemaking tasks. Some women have passions pursuing a career outside of the home, and that's okay. In my opinion, this is why I think being a tradwife is in alignment with feminism. We should have freedom to choose what we want to do with our lives without judgment. Journalist Wendy Squires stated it this way: "The last thing we need as women is for some of us to feel superior and judgmental of others. Putting women down is the patriarchy's job, not feminism's." I know some women believe this lifestyle is not in alignment with feminism because of the patriarchy. Uh-oh. Okay, I said the P word, the patriarchy. This idea is the primary reason why I hesitated to address this whole idea of tradwives. I know that this is a controversial topic with a lot of nuance, but I felt like I needed to include this idea in the conversation. I do think there is a meta-narrative and westernized culture of patriarchy. This idea of men having primary control or power in different aspects of society is deeply embedded in our history here in America. But there are some aspects of the patriarchy that I think are not true for everyone, meaning like not every family or every subculture, like the idea of women being manipulated into becoming dependent on a man, and then the man using whatever tactics he has to, including violence, to maintain control over women and society. But I did want to bring up this idea because I think it is a danger for some women to become fully financially dependent on a man. Can it work for some couples and some families? Yes. I am just suggesting that the younger generation of women need to be educated on this before making a decision to become a full-time homemaker. I think this dynamic can work within the context of mutual respect and sacrificial love. Some women choose this path and then can get stuck in a toxic or even abusive marriage because they are financially dependent on their spouse. Also, when only one spouse makes the income, it can seem like the money is their money since they technically earned the income. However, this discounts all the work and contribution the homemaking spouse provides to the family. But this is something that can cause tension in the marriage, particularly around how to spend the money. There is so much more that I could say on this topic of the value of women having financial independence and the patriarchy, but I will have to leave that for another Thoughtful Thursday video when I'm feeling more brave and feel I have a stronger stance on it all. It's a complicated issue that is nuanced, and I will just leave it at that. Another potential con to this lifestyle is that it can be easy to take one another for granted. When you have clear defined roles, you begin to expect your spouse to perform their duties and for you to perform yours. It's easy to forget to thank your spouse for their contribution to your family. And along those lines, it can also be easy to play the quote unquote, who does more game. With clear defined roles, typically your roles are very different, and it can be easy to feel like you are contributing more than your spouse. Okay, friends, are you sticking with me? I told you that this one was going to be a long one, but I hope you're still with me here. A couple other potential problems with this lifestyle are you don't have as many opportunities to practice negotiating and compromising with your spouse. And with clear defined roles, there are certain things you don't challenge yourself to learn because those skills are not required of you since your spouse does that task. When we have clearly defined roles, we don't fight about who's going to do what. But because of that, you don't practice talking through things, and you may have to talk through big or hard things without the practice from compromising on the everyday, more benign things. Also, it can be easy to never learn or try to do some of the tasks that your spouse is responsible for, leaving you very vulnerable if for whatever reason you find yourself single again. Lastly, another con is if women solely choose this lifestyle because of societal pressure within her culture. For instance, many religious cultures value women staying at home to care for their family. Like I mentioned, homemaking isn't for everyone. Some women don't have the passion for, skill set, gifts, and talents to pursue homemaking. If they follow that path because of pressure, they may find that they don't feel fulfilled or they don't find purpose in their lives. Every woman should have the right to choose if this lifestyle works for them without societal pressure, honestly, on either side, either because your family or religious culture makes you feel like you should stay at home, or if you feel undervalued because westernized society as a whole tends to place value on financial success. Ultimately, I don't think there's anything wrong with the Tradwife movement, as long as women feel passionate about homemaking and are educated about the risks of financial dependence. Tradwives have been around for decades. Honestly, the internet has just given a cute name for it, and social media has created a subculture out of it. Like I mentioned, this is such a nuanced topic, and I'm not prepared to do a full deep dive quite yet, but I absolutely would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. I love to hear different opinions to help me flesh out my own opinions on a topic.
Don't stop. I don't wanna slow down, I'ma speed it up. Way I put it down, hold it down, but you're gonna wanna try to keep up. Every time they holler, every time they try to follow, they can't keep up, so I leave them on their knees. If I had $1 for like every single time they try to holler, I'd be richer than the queen. I just wanna see if you can move my way. I'ma set the tempo, do my thing. I don't wanna see you sitting down, no. Keep up, ayy. Get a little close, zoom in my frame. Make it look easy, sway my way. I don't wanna see you sitting down, no, don't stop. Show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do my thing. I'ma show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do that. Show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do my thing. I'ma show you how I do my thing. Better give me all of your attention. I'ma let it build up, add a little tension. Give me something that I really wanna mention. I'ma take you next level, whole new dimension. If it ain't ready, it's not something I want. I like it smothered in summertime hot, and I get what I want. So what you got? Come on and give me that, give me that. I just wanna see if you can move my way. I'ma set the tempo, do my thing. I don't wanna see you sitting down, no. Keep up, ayy. Get a little close, zoom in my frame. Make it look easy, sway my way. I don't wanna see you sitting down, no, don't stop. Show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do my thing. I'ma show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do that. Show you how I do my thing. Show you how I do my thing. I'ma show you how I do my thing. I don't wanna really slow down, can you keep up?
Actually, here, this is technically the same day as I cleaned the bathroom. I just waited to take a shower after my workout until I was done cleaning the bathroom because I knew that I was going to get sweaty and feel gross after cleaning a dirty bathroom. So this was after I showered for the day and was dressed, but it was the same day. You know, one thing I'm realizing as I'm watching this footage back is how often I wear black and white. It seems like this entire week I just wore black and white, but I will say there was one day, it was the day that I was cleaning the game room where I was wearing a white shirt and black jean shorts. I did earlier in the day have a orange flannel on, but it got too hot and I ended up taking it off partway through the day. But still, I wear a lot of black and white. Okay, friends, I know we're really deep into this video, but I thought I would introduce myself anyway. For any of you who are new here or are not yet subscribed to my channel, my name is Joy and I do have 3 young adult children. 2 are still living with us, and I share cleaning, organizing, decluttering content on my channel. I typically share every Tuesday and Thursday, and then on Thursdays I do share my thoughts on a topic just to, I guess, make it a little bit more interesting, and I share with you obviously the motivation as well. So if this is something that interests you, I hope that you might consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I really appreciate each and every one of you who are subscribed, and for those of you who consistently watch my content, I truly appreciate you.
Broken bones are worth it. White and gold, they prove your life. No fears or regrets. Just take the jump and hold your breath. It feels good to be alive. Oh, if you trip, get up again. Here we go, we're ascending. I feel so
Okay, friends, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope it brought you tons of motivation with all of this cleaning, and I hope you enjoyed or were inspired or encouraged by the things that I shared in my Thoughtful Thursday voiceover today. Please don't forget to check out the playlist, which will be linked in my description box below if you want to hear even more thoughtful thoughts from other creators. And as always, I really appreciate you watching all the way until the end, particularly on days like today when I know this video is very long. So if you hung with me all the way until the end, please leave me a fun cleaning emoji, like a broom or a sponge or a bubble or something like that. But anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.